This is Surviving the Aftermath. This was a request from viewer Cogs242, so Cogs is in the chat right now to help me out, because oftentimes with colony building type games, it can be difficult for me to sort of like get into the vibe of the game without a little bit of guidance. I know I was really, I owed a lot to Cloudcraft Games for guiding me into RimWorld, which turned out to be one of my favorite games of all time. And it was as a result of him showing me how to enjoy it. So Cogs242 is here to help me discover Surviving the Aftermath, which, you know, this is a colony building game set in the post-apocalypse. It seems highly relevant to the work that I do. So this feels like it's going to be worthwhile. So let's just do a normal game to get started. And we've got a prologue. Modern civilization is gone. It fell apart in a time when rivaling superpowers fought over power and ideology. Too focused on themselves, no one noticed what was coming until it was too late. Skies rained down fire as thousands of comets and massive objects pummeled the inner solar system. Oh, okay, so this is unrelated to the wars. It just happened. All right. On Earth, cities were leveled and replaced by vast wastelands. As nations vanished, the remaining factions waged decade-long wars over scraps until there were no armies left to command. Now we are all that remains, looking for a new home, looking for a way to start over in this age we call the Aftermath. Here's the tutorial. So I'm entering the post-apocalyptic world, blah, blah, blah. So the question is, should I have the tutorial on or off? So some games tutorials really just sort of take over the whole experience, and it's lots and lots of reading. Others just provide you with helpful messages, but you can skip by them quickly and get through them if you want to. Oh, hey, Cloudcraft is here too, by the way, speaking of him earlier on. So with Cogs here, I might not need as much tutorial stuff, but if this stuff is really easy to sort of skip by, I might leave it on anyway, just in case it catches something that I otherwise wouldn't have caught. So I'm going to leave it on. Challenge. Okay. Let's go with medium challenge, just to see what the experience is like. It might be too much for me at this early stage, but we'll find out. Occasional catastrophes, common catastrophes, or just all the time. Let's keep going with number 2. Okay, so lots of fertile soil, balance between fertile and barren. Again, let's just keep going with the middle thing. It's been wise to choose who to trust. Average stuff, some survivors. Yeah, totally. Ideology. Trust on basic survival skills. That's a tech focus. Tech focus is survival and efficiency. Progress in technology, large-scale production. Care and protecting people, health and safety. Let's go taking care and protecting the people. And, ooh, specialists. Wait, so I can just, like... I can randomize, which just means... Oh, okay, so I've got a list of specialists I can include in my community. And if I hit the randomize button, it just chooses different people. So we've got a lot of people to look through. I think I might just want to go random. So yeah, I'll hit randomize one more time. It looks like we're going with Plotty and Stella. So she's a scientist and she's a scavenger. That seems like a nice mix, actually, a scientist and a scavenger. And then visuals. Oh, obviously need an orange. We need an orange flag. Let's go. Orange fire. My colony name. And let's call this colony the Cogs. And the colony motto is what's the colony motto for the colony of Cogs? Make everything an option. That's Cogs' philosophy. There we go. I think we're good. All right, there's our decisions. Let's start the game. Here we go. So, Cogs approves of his motto. Raneth Court asks if I've played 2 Point Campus, which just showed up on Game Pass. I didn't realize that was coming to Game Pass, actually. So I didn't really get into 2 Point Hospital. So I might check it out because it's no additional charge. We'll have to see. All right, so it looks like I'm one person showing up in a place. Hello.
The world is in ruins. Things once considered mundane are hard to find, and habitable land is no exception. A settler has finally found a spot for a new colony. With a place to call home, it is time for a new beginning. Welcome to the Aftermath, survivor.
Okay, so I need to build a campsite to mark the center of the new colony. So that, I imagine, is in the build queue. Campsite. Okay, so let's see. So there's places I can't build it. I can only build it in this, like, central area here. Can't build it out here. This looks like it might be, like, the front wall or something eventually. So I probably want it to be close to resources, but still with some room around it. Oh, it looks like there might be a difference between, like, this terrain, which is more barren, and this terrain, which is more fertile. So maybe I want to place it on barren terrain so that I can save the fertile terrain for something else. So I'm going to go right here. Ooh, okay. I like the little animation. Oh, you know my favorite thing? They didn't have a special step in the tutorial for teaching me how to use the camera.
There are survivors waiting for a signal from the settler. They are cold and hungry, yet willing to work, should the colony take care of them in return. They can be invited in right away or later, in case the settlement needs more time to prepare.
Okay, so first I need to prepare for colonists. Then I need to shoot the... Well, I mean, how much preparation do I need to do, really? I mean, I imagine that having people around probably will help. Like maybe most of the preparations I would do actually would want me to have people available. So I guess I'll pick shoot the flare and see what happens. Maybe people are going to start starving. I don't know. By the way, so Cogs does approve of the decision that I made to build this on barren terrain next to the fertile terrain. Let's pause for a second, look at the build menu, and see what my other options are. Okay, so I've already got the one campsite. The gate is something I can build, but I need to invite colonists first in order to unlock it. Oh, okay, so it looks like most of my options are things that I need to have colonists for. Okay, so I get to place two tents for free. Oh, and check this out. This is subtle, but there is a little row of arrows on one side. So probably what I want to do is place this like across the street from my campsite, so I can do a little road between them. A road's a thing? We got stockpile. That seems important. Let's place a stockpile too. Does this have... This looks like this doesn't have frontage on it. It can just... Maybe people can enter it from any direction. I'm just going to stick this right next to the campsite. Maybe with some space around it, just in case it needs space. And then food storage specifically is different. So, all right, I'll stick that there. Again, I'm probably placing some of these in less than optimal locations. Just anything that's free. Water collector. Must be built on the shore. Unusable during fallout. Okay, so it has to be placed on a shore. So, here, I guess. All right, so it looks like the end of it needs to be sticking into the water. So I'll put it as close to other stuff as I can. Oh, so Cloudcraft points out that these things... Oh, they have ranges. Okay, so it looks like... If this seems like a very narrow range for a stockpile. Like, is this really like only things found in this range can go to the stockpile? That seems weird. I can definitely... It looks like I can refund it, though, whenever I need to. So Cloudcraft is saying you should probably read the descriptions. Okay, fine. Fine. Let's cancel construction of this. We'll cancel construction of that. Yay, inhabitants!
We've reached a milestone.
Okay, so those have been refunded, and now, listening to some advice. So the stockpile wants to be close to wood. So it looks like we've got wood deposits here, and we've also got trees over here. Let me put this storage right here so that it is near the wood deposits, but also next to the trees in case that matters. And then similarly, let's place our food storage near as many berry bushes as I can pull off. So let's do that. Okay, that's going to be smarter. Oh, but Cog says that actually I can move the range once it's built. So actually, let's see. Oh, move work area. All right, so the initial work area is just immediately close to it. And honestly, if they are going to be carrying stuff to the place, having it be close does make sense. But the fact that I can move the work area is nice. Though I actually, I do kind of like the fact that, I felt encouraged to put these in weird places because now I'm going to have to build sort of around those placements, and that actually could be kind of fun. So now the question is, okay, so we've got a bunch of colonists who are building stuff. However, a lot of them look like they're complaining they don't have houses, which makes sense. Because I've got enough tents for 6 people, but how many people do I have? 11. I've got 11 people. So I need at least 5 more. So an emergency shelter gives me 6. So let's do that. Let's put these kind of back to back. And once somebody comes and builds this, now this requires wood and what is that? Plastic? Is it tarps? Plastic. Okay, that requires wood and plastic. Plastic is here. The question is, this thing will grab wood, but I can request other things from it too. Okay, so let's say we want wood and we want plastic. I don't know if this is a thing I should be doing. Let's just say I'm screwing around right now. I don't know if this is how this tool works. But I need to move the work area so that it includes some plastic deposits, right? Except it's acting like this is a real thing, and it's not giving me an icon on this. Ooh, the recycler. The recycler is a different thing. Okay. Well, here, I'll just put the work area back where it was. So, okay, so this... I'm not doing anything useful here, I think. This is silliness. Oh, no, somebody did find some plastic. Oh, weird. Okay, so I got the impression that the recycler was the thing that was needed to get plastic. Oh, no, it turns trash into plastic. So it's, wait, no, it scavenges plastic from plastic deposits. Okay, so let's build this here, I guess. Let's build this here. It's next to a plastic deposit. Oh, wait, I thought I was... Oh, I think I built that in the wrong place. Hold on. Cancel construction. I think I built it a little bit too far forward. Actually, do I have the ability to, like, make roads and things? That's what I assumed that directional thing was about. Oh, here we go. Roads. I'm just going to build a little dirt road like that. And then... let's build a recycler. Right there. That costs 45 wood, but we are collecting wood. We have enough wood for that. All right, so we've got enough space for everyone to live. So Steve0143 asks, what platforms is this on? So this is definitely on PC. That's where I'm playing it. I got it from Steam. But I think that somebody earlier said that there might be a console version of this too. Yeah, Cog says it's on all the platforms. So I've got this build next button, which I think means, that's kind of a nice way to be able to set priorities, basically. It's very simple. It's not like I'm setting like numerical priorities all over the map. I'm just saying, hey, here's the one thing I care about. Everybody come and do this. Ooh, pollution. Ooh, pollution. Okay, looks like there's a very small amount of wood in these deposits. I wonder if I'm going to need to build some kind of lumberjack at some point. Also, let's see. Are people actually... Oh, we've got -1 water. Hold on. Do we need water storage or anything like that? Clean water storage, yes. And a water well, which I can build not on the edge. Okay, so let's build some water storage on the correct side of the road here. Over near the village. Because, yeah. Okay, so it looks like our... Oh, okay, so my production of water is 10, my consumption's 11. So actually, this isn't how much... This is the balance of my income. That's not how much... Like, I guess negative water wouldn't make sense as my stockpile anyway, would it? So maybe... Should I build a well as well? A well as well. Cannot be placed on barren soil. Ooh! Ooh, okay, so some places have more water than others. And I can't place wells near each other. I guess... Yeah, so I want to have as much green inside this circle as possible. So I'll stick it here. So, okay, so we're going to have 2 sources of water, which hopefully will raise this income to positive. Then we'll have a place to store water so that if my population grows and I'm slow to keep up, we'll be fine for a bit. All right, so we've got people assigned to work in these spots, or at least... Okay, so the recycler has got a specific person working there. But... the food storage doesn't. I don't actually know where I manage what my people are doing or see what my people are doing. Looks like my colonists have arranged themselves into jobs. So we've got carriers, workers, carriers and workers, I guess. And so I guess anybody who's not assigned to a particular job, it just sort of does manual, like, working labor. What is this? Oh, okay. I was trying to say, what does this shovel mean? Oh, is this how I move the work area? Ah, okay. Got it. So I still don't know what the shovel icon looks like. It's important, but I don't know how to interpret it exactly. Okay, Cog says if I have an extra worker, I could add one to the recycler. So, okay. Yeah, so now I've got 2 recyclers, which could be good. But he's saying that maybe I should look for a trapper should be the next thing that I make. I guess that makes sense. Oh, trapper. Okay, so the trapper traps small game animals in the forest to provide venison. Works most efficiently in densely forested areas. Okay, so I assume that this has got a work area that I can move as well. This is a densely forested area. This is another densely forested area. This one's got other stuff going on nearby, so I think I'll place this one. You know, being kind of near the food storage is probably smart. So maybe what I'll do is I'll place this on the road here next to the well. But then I'll move the work area Wait, can I move the work area for this one? We'll find out if I can move the work area for this one. If I can, I'll stick it on this. If I can't, then whatever. Let's see here. So yeah, Jimmy VR showed up and says that that as far as State of Decay 2 goes, he's glad that we're... Oh, look, check it out. We're getting enough water now. Woohoo! He's glad that we are delaying Update 30 as long as it takes to not have, you know, terrible bugs. He's wondering what the nature of the bug was. I don't know specifically. I believe that there are other folks in the audience who do know something. Maybe it was about corrupting save files or messing up your save files. So, yeah, that would be pretty bad. But yeah, I'm actually planning when we do the official Update 30, like, patch notes stream, we'll bring somebody on who really knows what's going on so they can explain it to you. Ooh. Okay, so this is a colonist who's getting sad. And they're sad because of poor shelter. So I think this emergency shelter is just not everybody's favorite, which makes sense. The question is, what other options do I have? It looks like tents and emergency shelter are the only things I can do right now. I imagine... Ooh, outhouse? That seems important. So it says I should put this away from other buildings. And I agree. Maybe I should just put it out near where there's already pollution. Or just in a direction I'm not immediately planning to go. Cloudcurve says it clearly goes next to the well. I foresee no issues with that. Okay, I'm sticking the outhouse like way the heck out here. People can go and pollute next to the existing pollution. That's not what I meant to hit. They can pollute next to the existing pollution. So I'm gonna make a little road. Connect all this stuff up. There we go. So I assume that the road will sort of increase people's speed along it, and it'll just sort of make people more efficient running around doing their jobs. That's my guess. That's my assumption. Okay, so Cogs is saying that if I want to get better buildings, he says you need to research better shelters, which requires science, which requires the world map, which requires building the gate and using specialists. Okay, I remember the gate from early on. This is the gate. It requires 190 wood and 175 plastic. I have way less than that. But that doesn't stop me from officially starting it and now trying to figure out how to make this better. Okay, so we need to find wood. Here's more wood over here. So we'll send these workers out here to find this wood. And actually, I wonder if they have to carry it back a lot. I'm wondering if it might make sense to sort of extend my road network out that way. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. So this guy, move work area. So yeah, come over here in this densely forested area. That's where your job is. It looks like I now have 4 workers, and I can make another one. So food, I'm doing okay at food, though I'm imagining they probably gave me a fair amount up front. But interesting, so they're showing me how much meat-based nutrition we've got available, how much plant-based nutrition we've got available, and other, which I guess we got 6 candy bars, is what that looks like that's telling me. Okay, so Cloudcraft is, of course, reminding me to read things. So this says, this is the gate. The gate opens up the world around the colony for exploring and sending specialists beyond the colony. That's when it becomes possible. This also opens up the colony for survivor groups that start arriving with requests to join. An evolving colony also attracts bandits, but the guarded gate can protect the colony against most weak attackers. Okay, so this is something I definitely want to build. We've just finished building our outhouse, which is nice. And this is still working. So now we just need enough people collecting wood and plastic to keep these numbers going up. People are not collecting wood. I've just moved the work area, so maybe they haven't figured out where it is yet. I wonder if I have any other options for getting wood, though. Like a lumberyard, for instance, which can fell trees. It requires wood up front. Oh, wait. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. So we've got... Okay, the logging camp turns wood into firewood. Workers at the lumberyard go down and cut down trees to turn into wood. Work is slow because it's reliant on manual labor, but it gets done. Okay, so I think if this is our trapping forest, then I think maybe we'll make this our chopping forest. So let's place this here, and let's build it next, because basically any construction materials. Yeah, let's pause this right now because we need to build the lumberyard first, and so let's make sure we're not devoting any more resources to this. We have 0 wood right now, mostly because all of the wood went to the gate. So now any wood that we gather over here should end up going to this, and then this will give us access to more wood. So Cogs is saying I should click on the green circle person.
Suddenly, muffled cries for help start echoing from one of the shelters. Inside, a large hole has opened up in the ground, swallowing the poor colonist.
Okay, so if I had wood, then I could spend the wood to build a ladder. But unfortunately, I have none. So now they're injured and they have less happiness. So if I had had wood, I would have spent the wood, but I didn't. So now we've got an injured person, so which means I should probably build a medical tent, which will require even more stuff. So I think this goes after the logging camp. So let's build this, I don't know, somewhere. I think it fits in there. Let's build that right there. I hope I get wood from that tree. Probably don't. Well, I got 9 wood. Maybe that was from the tree. I didn't pay attention. Okay, so now my question is, I actually genuinely don't know who is working on gathering wood and who is not. Fierce mouse! There's a fierce mouse! Okay, this game just sold itself to me completely on the presence of a fierce mouse. Okay, so yeah, so I don't see any people working here, and so I'm not sure. So these guys, it says they're idling.
What's up?
So I can send them to the world map if I want to, but it looks like these two, I could also assign. So these are like my 2 hero characters here.
Huh?
And it looks like I can assign them to do any job I want. So if I'm really worried about getting enough wood, maybe one of my options is to assign my specific heroes to be gathering wood, and that'll make my wood go up faster. And then we'll be able to finish the lumberyard and assign some people to it explicitly. And then after we're done building this, we'll build the medical tent, which hopefully will help, and then we'll turn to building the gate. Oh, look at these little guys. Oh, carrying so much wood. Oh, it looks so heavy. It looks so heavy. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. There you go. Oh, we've got so much wood now. Oh, this poor injured person. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Amelia. Oh, she's also got poor shelter. Oh, there's so many problems. So this is what makes a game like this work. It's the fact that there are so many different problems I need to solve simultaneously, and it's up to me to sort of decide what I think the priority is. Like, I think I need better shelters for everyone. Like, ideally, I would have more tents. and as few people as possible would live in the emergency shelter. And, like, I mean, nothing's stopping me from, you know, at least planning where I want to put these tents. And eventually, I'll probably be able to swap these tents out for some kind of improved shelter. But in the meantime, yeah, 2 more tents should cover me for my remaining people. And it looks like we did get enough construction materials here. Okay, so this is going to become a lumber yard once we put on building it. That was going to up my wood production, and then I can... Wait, Avery's irradiated? What were you doing, Avery? Stay away from the radiation. Okay, so I think that the medical tent is going to be important. That's going to be my next priority after they're done with this thing. Then I'll worry about... the gate or the homes? Oh, good question. Okay, so we've got this now. So let's add a person. Let's move the work area over here. We can chop down trees. So now my wood production should be significantly improved. What is this icon? What does that mean? Oh, it's paused because of insufficient resources? Well, not quite yet. I'm not sure what that means. So, Cloudcraft says, my problem with these games tends to be my ability to optimize exceeding the game's ability to throw problems at me. That does sound like a Cloudcraft type problem. Cog says, oh, that's a terrible problem to have. I'm so sad for you. Yeah, so, I mean, that is a problem with me playing games while Cloudcraft is watching me, because I am not a hyper-efficient optimizer. I tend to be much more of a, like, I don't know, I'm more of an architect than an engineer. I'm like, I want to build a neat thing, is my main motivation. So, you know, I'm thinking, by the way, that I think my head might belong down here more than up there, so you can see the notifications and things that are popping up. And so, yeah, so I end up having fun with sort of like the story that I'm telling with a game, but I do not hyper-optimize, and that means that there are games that really do put a lot of demands on that, tend to outstrip me, like Oxygen not included, for instance. I love the story of that game in theory. I get overwhelmed by it. Meanwhile, Cloudcraft builds elaborate things that are way outside of my reach. Okay, so no free carriers left. Okay, so that means that I've assigned, I think, too many jobs to individuals. So maybe I need to scale these official jobs back a little bit. So that, yeah, because I had 5 workers assigned and 2, wait, okay, so now I think I've got carriers again. Let's see what this person wants.
Someone seems to have been stealing wood from the storage. A few colonists go to investigate, and after a bit of detective work, return with a group of rowdy children, one under each arm.
Okay, so if I want additional wood, I could tear the fort down, but I think I would rather leave the fort alone. I keep making decisions that make people unhappy, so now I've made people happier. There's a tree fort. Theoretically, is this? I assume this is a theoretical tree fort, that it's not like literally a tree fort here somewhere. Okay, so we didn't get any extra wood from that, but we do already have a fair amount of wood over here. Let's make the medical tent our priority, because I think people might be taking... Yeah, people are taking wood over here. You know what? I think I am going to... We're falling behind on plastics, so I'm going to up this again. Let's make sure my food still seems to be doing okay. So La Coalition says that happiness makes people more productive. I don't know if you're talking about real life or if you're just talking about the game, but yeah, if it does make people more productive, then that seems like it'll help everything in the long run. Le Coalition says, okay. Le Coalition's entire statement was, happiness makes people more productive. Exploit them with it. Got it. Okay, so this is my irradiated person. I can tell what's going on here. They're walking right past this pollution. So I wonder if maybe what I should do is build a dirt road like this. Oh, nope. They're just going to cut corners no matter what I do. All right, so there was a deposit depleted of wood. We've still got a couple other deposits, though, so I think we're still good with this thing working. And this is ready to build. People are building the medical tent, which is going to, again, take another worker from me, but I think that'll be fine. These are going to start needing to get plastics. Oh, I think this person just made a noise. Amelia was just like, oh, my stupid leg. Why couldn't you build me a ladder, you jerk? It's because you didn't collect enough wood, Amelia. It's your own fault. So Cloudcraft says that he suspects that placing gathering buildings too close to pollution will just make it impossible to avoid having the characters route through the pollution. That does make sense. In this particular case, I think they deliberately set it up so that I couldn't avoid that. So that, like, I mean, yeah, I think that if I had put this building all the way over here, closer to the wood, then that might avoid it. But even then, it would have to, yeah, then maybe I'd need to make the optimal path be to go through the city over here. Maybe. Yeah, I wish I knew what this shovel meant. This little blue shovel icon. Like, I hope it doesn't mean something bad. Okay, so we've officially got somebody working there. So let's take that guy down. Okay, so let's...
All right.
I think wood is no longer an emergency. I wonder if... Can I make Platy work as a recycler?
Your command?
It looks like I can't make her collect plastic trash. So if I can make my little hero characters gather loose stuff in the environment, but I can't make them do a job, apparently. Except for sending them to the world map. So I guess I'll just let them keep doing that because I want them to be useful. Oh, here's a guy. What's the guy want?
Not everybody is equally skilled in the art of building, but one of the colonists seems extraordinarily bad at it.
Okay, so one thing I'm not really enjoying about these little messages is that I seem to be very often completely out of a resource. Like, I'm using it as fast as I'm getting it. And this is twice now that without warning, I've selected something where I could easily do this. Like, I could easily gather enough plastic to do this, but I didn't know before I clicked on it that this was going to demand plastic. So I've got to leave it be. And now somebody's sad, probably, or a tent is critically damaged. Dang it. Okay, so now I'm telling them to repair it. And it's gonna cost 9 plastic either way. Just the question is, here, let's pause this because it's demanding plastic. So now all new plastic should go to repairing this tent. So next time I have one of those little things, I'm gonna hover over it and see if it maybe does give me a preview of what I might need for it, because I am tired of just like having to choose the negative outcome because I just don't have an ongoing stockpile of things. So is there like,
Yep.
Can I assign
All right.
a character to do this job? Why is she walking slow? course, hey, I guess no one can do the job until we have the plastic. Well, where's the plastic coming from? Hey, you. Go get some plastic. What do you do? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, you're gonna get plastic from this side? That's where you get the plastic, huh? Okay, sure. Sure. Oh, that's true. Cloudcraft is suggesting that maybe it's the presence of this road that is making the character think that this is the right way to do it. So, okay. I don't know how much plastic she's carrying. Oh, tent's destroyed. Too late. Alright, fine. Well, I guess we'll unpause this tent. And I'll plan another tent. Yeah, I really would have preferred to have delayed that until... I'm working on it! Okay, this one's in progress. That one's close. This one will be next. And then finally we'll move on to the gate. We're going to do the gate. And open up the world. This person's homeless. Everyone's homeless. Okay, I'm upping the speed now. Okay, it looks like this work area now does not have any wood deposits. This one does. It's going to route them right past some pollution, though. This one has got a path leading to it that isn't quite as polluted. So let's just say that that's what we're doing there. I assume that this is generating wood appropriately. Yeah, I've got so much wood right now. So, actually, maybe if I unpause this, people can start piling up wood on it. That one's got plenty. Okay, this one got done. And now let's finish this one and everyone will have a good home. Okay, it looks like Nora got injured, but she went to the medical tent. So, that's all going to be fine. So, yeah, we're not making plastic fast enough. We need more plastic making capacity. Since we've got enough wood, I'm actually going to take away our lumberjack and add a plastic jack instead. Just because plastic is the thing we're really missing here. Colonist Henry is mutated? What does that mean? Henry? Is that Matt? No. He's being treated for having mutated. Okay. Looks like people are still complaining about poor shelter. So I guess the tent is fine, but maybe still not good enough to make people happy. So yeah, we're going to keep sending people to the gate. Sending plastic to the gate. So Dark Smoky says that Henry is stronger now. Is that how it works? Has he mutated in some way? How would I find out? Oh, okay. No, this is just a problem. I thought you were telling me about a real mechanic, Smokey. I think it's not a real mechanic, though. Everyone's walking right past the trash. Just everybody. It's fine. Whatever. Once we get some more people, I feel like I can really sort of kick our resource gathering deal into gear. Oh, just 50 left. So is this... Okay, so this place, the starting place that I built, it's got some storage to put some stuff. So I've got jerky and medicine, iodine pills, venison. Okay, so it's storing a lot of stuff. And this spot, it's storing some berries, but that's it. So it looks like when the trapper must be bringing the food over here for some reason. Oh, I've got 2 trappers. I probably don't need 2 trappers. My food is actually doing fine. So let's get the lumbering. Let's get lumber in again. Oh, okay. So we've got a thing here. So, yeah, I'm mouse overing it. I'm trying to figure out what it has to offer. And it's not telling me. So I'm just going to try it.
3 colonists explain they've been working on a new kind of a trap for hunting rabbits, and the group wants to set them outside the camp.
Okay, so this is one that doesn't cost a resource. I just got to figure out if I think... So here's my question. I don't know if there's a correct answer to this. Like, there are some games that offer choices like this where they'll give you some, like, they'll tell you the odds, basically. They'll say, you know, hey, there's a decent, you know, if you try out the trap, there's this amount of chance of a bad thing and this amount of a chance of a good thing. So you can evaluate it. And in the real world, you would have a sense of the real risks. Like, you'd have more life experience to sort of inform that kind of decision. Here, I feel like I'm just sort of choosing at random. Like, I'm going to choose try out the trap just because, you know, whatever, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I want to see what happens. This feels like the boring choice, but yeah, it's uncomfortable for me just not to genuinely have no idea what the potential outcomes could be here. Enigma points out, by the way, that food doesn't spoil, so having an excess of food is just never a bad thing. That is good to know. Let's try out the trap. Yay, we got some meat. Okay, that worked out. Awesome. Finally, something went well. Okay, we've got enough. Okay, the gate. The gate is going to be finished. It's slowly coming together. We're just going to sit here and watch this. Just watch this bar go up. Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, no. Pandemic. These are bad. So the first signs of a pandemic are upon us. At first it's just a cough, then the fever picks up. People start dropping like flies as the colony grinds to a halt. Now it's a question of how quickly you react. Several staffed medical facilities can nullify it almost completely, but if left unchecked, it spreads like wildfire. So I could gather antibiotics to speed up the healing process. If that's a thing. Okay, so let's pause. We've got 1 medical facility with room for 2 occupants. They're giving the impression that may not be enough. So I think we need to keep finishing the gate in order to gather antibiotics outside. Because I'm assuming antibiotics are not a thing that's just lying around here. We should also probably build additional medical facilities. So let's put 1 here. And, I mean, maybe we need even more. Let's potentially build 2. Let's prioritize them over this. And, well, this is still in progress. I don't want to, you know what? I'm going to cancel priority. I want to finish this in case getting antibiotics is essential to our survival. But as soon as this is done, this is already in progress. As soon as this is done, we're going to focus on these. So we might be about to watch my colony just die. So let's find out. Oh, we've got a day before the catastrophe strikes. So it's being predicted. Oh, Harrison is mutating too. It's predicted, but it's not quite happening yet. Okay, it says it's waiting for free builders. Hey, builders, come here. I mean, okay. somebody is building this. Yes, somebody is building it. Oh no, sun's going down. Tomorrow is when it's going to happen. Okay, so here's a tutorial on using resources. That's it? Okay, great. That was a weird time to tell me about resources for the first time. Okay, so this is going to happen soon. We're almost done building this, though.
Congratulations. You've rebuilt the gate and gained access to the world map. The gate is now open, and the vast world stands ready for your specialists to explore. This progress has not gone unnoticed, though. Soon, your colony will begin attracting various folks. Some good, others desperate, some tricksters, and those who just want to see you destroyed.
Okay, so we've accomplished something.
We've reached a milestone.
And we've saved the game. This might actually be a good time to cut an episode, because we've just accomplished something. It's feeling very positive. Everything's optimistic, except that a pandemic is about to hit. And we're going to have some serious problems in just a second. So that seems like a good way to start the next episode. So let's wrap this up. So if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, there's a button. I'm going to keep playing this game right now, and that episode is going to go there. So you can click that if you want to. I'm using a different camera from usual, which is why I'm having to lean over like this.